Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss an issue where the notice under section 148A clause B has been issued in the name of a dead person, but the order under section 148A clause D and notice under section 148 has been issued in the name of the legal representative. The question before the Honorable Supreme Court was that whether the original notice under section 148A clause B should also be issued in the name of the legal representative. This issue has been partly discussed in the case of Ghanshyam Anil Dadani versus Income Tax Officer and another, and this case is reported in 476 ITR at page number 764. The date of the judgment is 28th November 2025. The present case relates to the assessment year 13-14. In the present case, the assessee has died on 2nd September 2016, and after his death, the assessing officer issued a notice under section 148A clause B to the assessee. Since the assessee has died, the son of the assessee replied through the chartered accountant that the assessee is no more and the proceeding should be quashed. The assessing officer inquired about the legal representative and he found that the son is the legal representative. So he, in spite of issuing the notice under section 148A clause B in the name of the legal representative, the assessing officer continued the existing proceedings and passed the order under section 148A clause D and simultaneously the notice under section 148 in the name of the legal representative, that is the son of the assessee. The son of the assessee challenged this notice under section 148 on the ground that simply because the son of the assessee has replied or the legal representative has replied, that does not make the proceedings valid. His contention was that the original notice under section 148A clause B should also be in the name of the legal representative, only then these proceedings can continue. But the High Court disposed of the writ petition and said that the assessee can take all his contentions before the assessing officer and marked a caveat in the order in paragraph 4 of its order that the assessee cannot take this plea before the assessing officer that the original notice under section 148A clause B should also be in the name of the legal representative, meaning thereby that somehow this issue was settled by the High Court through the order that it doesn't matter that whether the notice under section 148A clause B was in the name of the legal representative or not. The son of the assessee filed a special leave petition in the Supreme Court and his contention was that his right should not be reserved, that he cannot take the plea before the AO, that the original notice under section 148A clause B should also be in the name of the legal representative. When this matter was heard by the Honorable Supreme Court, the court was said in the present case the request of the legal representative is reasonable and is as per law, and the Supreme Court deleted the paragraph number 4 of the order of the Honorable High Court by saying that the assessee has every right to take this ground before the assessing officer. If we read the whole judgment, then it comes out very clearly that perhaps the Supreme Court is also of the view that the assessee, the proceedings against the assessee can be valid in the present case only when the original notice should have been in the name of the legal representative. The notice under section 148A clause B in the present case was in the name of the dead person, but the order under section 148A clause D was in the name of the legal representative. The only contention of the assessee in the present case was that the proceedings to be valid, the original notice under section 148A clause B should also be in the name of the legal representative. So the Supreme Court through its orders keep this question open and to be decided in future. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Ghanshyam Anil Dadani versus Income Tax Officer and another, and this case is reported in 476 ITR at page number 764, and the date of the judgment is 28th November 2025. Thank you, friends.